Bro, listen.
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Getting off baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
All right, there's nobody I'd rather be talking to right now than Jason. So how you doing? All right?
Doing well, yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, yeah. Listen, so you got a great story, but I just want to talk about, I can talk about your great story if you want, but throwing hard is pretty cool, and you have a great story about throwing hard. And there's been a lot of talk about velocity and the chase for velocity and everything. Tell me your story about, I don't want to say chasing velocity, because it's almost like a negative connotation, but just like evolving as you have been.
Sure. I wasn't always like a super hard thrower. I mean, out of high school, I think I might have hit, I might have been up to like 90 from what I remember. In college, I was a starting pitcher, and I was more probably around like the 88, 92 department. So it wasn't like crazy hard. I mean, it wasn't slow, but for what you see now, he got started like Scooble, for example, sitting like 97. So like I wasn't throwing crazy hard, and then I think over time I just kind of started developing way more of a work ethic, and that was like whether it was working on my mechanics or getting stronger in the weight room or eating healthier or having better nutritional habits, all that stuff. And I think all these small habits kind of helped me eventually gain some velocity. I think also being out of the bullpen helped as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. I think just a little more of like a max effort kind of role rather than a starter that has to maybe throw 6 or 7 innings or something and kind of pace themselves throughout. But I do think having that mentality of like coming in for 1 inning or like 4 or 5 batters and being able to kind of let it all out has helped a little bit too.
When was there a time or something you did that, like you had mentioned some things, physical nature, but maybe a training regimen or whatever. Was there a time where you're like, okay, it jumped, or you did something and it's like, holy crap?
No, I feel like nothing in this game is ever like a one quick fix type of thing. It's just, I think again, it was just like over time, day after day, putting in work into these different areas, and eventually it kind of started paying dividends for me. I would always go to summer ball in college and be out of the bullpen, and I felt from there like I'd always start to see a little incremental jumps from velocity out of the bullpen again. I think my first summer I might have been like 93, 94, and 5 or so, and then the summer that I got signed to the Tigers, I was, I think, more like 95, 97. So I think I just slowly started seeing results as I started working harder in this game and taking more interest in my pitching.
A cliche question. First time you hit 100?
Yeah, I think it was 2017 in Low A in West Michigan.
They had a gun in the stadium?
I think, well, we'd always have like one of the starting pitchers would do the charts, and I think there was like a handful of times that summer I'd hit like 98 or 99.
Oh, man.
And like all my teammates were like kind of giving me some crap for like, oh, like, dude, you got to rear back and try to like hit 100. I think I just like tried to throw one as hard as I could one day, and I think I eventually got it.
Did you know it?
Like, I think after the fact. I don't know. I don't remember if we had a gun in the stadium. I always felt like the guns in the minor leagues were always like kind of off.
I don't know if you had the 100 and did like Kenny Powers.
No, I don't remember that. No, I don't exactly remember that one.
No. So when you talking about the bullpen, this is a whole another dynamic too. It's some people, it's just made for them. Like, they embrace it. And a lot of guys chasing starting the whole time, and then they go to the bullpen and like, this isn't so bad. Where do you fall on it? Have you found your sort of calling, or do you feel like, oh, maybe this might evolve somewhere down the line?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's like a funny quote, not quote I say, but Chafin has like a shirt that says like failed starter on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I guess, like a semi-popular quote, but I think, all of us probably were starters at one point. Starting pitching is really difficult in this league. You're going to need like 3 or 4 pitches, and I think most of the time that's the reason people end up becoming bullpen guys. Like, I mean, I was a starter in college. It just didn't really pan out
Yeah.
in pro ball for me. But I do feel like the role in the bullpen fits me pretty well, and it's, luckily I've had some success at this level. And hopefully it stays that way. Yeah.
Was there a guy? Was there like this is another cliche question, so sorry, but
No, you're good.
for a closer growing up, was there a guy for you?
I mean, I grew up in New York, so I guess watching like Mariano was kind of like
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else I liked watching throw, but closer. I mean, yeah, like it was watching Mariano was just because he was on all the time. Most of my buddies were Yankees. Family and friends were Yankees guys.
It's funny because Mariano, obviously, I don't know if you know this, he was pretty good, but it's like, but there's the closer like mentality and approach and even appearance. It's like, I remember, I'm gonna date myself. I walked in the clubhouse. I remember the Tigers were here. And this guy Todd Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he had the Fu
yeah.
Manchu.
Oh yeah. He still has it.
Yeah, right.
Still has it.
Yeah, and it's like almost like a prerequisite. You had to have something. You had to have hair. You had to have a Fu Manchu. You had to have something,
Little something.
scowl or whatever it is. I don't know. I mean, it's you have those things.
Yeah, I guess I got the hair and the mustache going. That just I don't even know how that came about. It just kind of. Well, I mean, the mustache started in COVID for me. Just growing.
Never had a mustache before.
No, it was always beard, and then beard once I was able to grow one, and then I just grew it out so long for COVID because I was just stuck inside, and then it just got so gross, and I was like, I gotta shave this. I was sick of it, and I was like, all this hard work for nothing. I might as well do a mustache for a bit. And then
it's a bold move. It's a bold move, though.
Yeah, it was. But at the same time, it wasn't really leaving the house, so it wasn't really like it's not like I was seeing that many people. And then I don't know. I just kind of kept it for. I think next summer for baseball, 2021. I think I did it like halfway through the season or something. And I just I think I meant to start pitching well or something. We're superstitious people, so kind of just kept it for baseball season. And so every baseball season from there on out, I've
feel
done
like the mustaches are more accepting than ever right now.
Yeah, I'd agree. It seems like it's kind of like a weird trend, especially like during sports. I feel like you see a lot of athletes doing it, like football or
congratulations, you were ahead
baseball.
Of the curve.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, but everyone mistakes me for Chafin now. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's some downfalls.
Well, again, good to go the hair. So when did the hair start?
Yeah. Shit, I've been growing this. Sorry.
Sorry.
Probably almost 3 years now. I don't know why. I've grown it out a couple times. The hair I grew out in college once.
Okay.
I just go through phases where I'm like, I don't know, might as well grow it out again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I got a corporate job where I can't. So I was like, screw it. Why not just grow it, and then just kind of kept doing it.
But again, I'll go back to it. It's for your job.
Yeah.
It's like if you were an accountant, you would have glasses. And a buzz cut.
Yeah, it is a little bit more acceptable in a sports atmosphere, and I don't know. I guess some people start recognizing me with it, so it's in a narcissistic way. I guess it's pretty cool because fans start to notice you outside of the field.
It's all about the brand.
No doubt, yeah.
So you had speaking of closing, the entrance music. You have mellow entrance music, right? What's your entrance music?
It's "What Is Love" by Hathaway from Night at the Roxbury.
I know the story has been told, but could you please?
It's not a nut story, but one of my best friends from college, my roommate my freshman year, and I guess my roommate all three years in college. He walked out to it one season. I don't remember if it was all three or not, or 4 of his years of college. But he used it as his walkout, and we used to love that movie, and just like some goofy Will Ferrell movie. And I was just like, why not, right? I mean, I don't really want anything too pump uppy.
Well, I read you said at that point everyone's all pumped up anyway, right?
Yeah, at least I am. I always got adrenaline going to a big league game no matter when it is. So I just kind of wanted something. Just like a cool, fun-loving song that fans know too. I think that's sometimes half the battle. Yeah. I mean, you see some of the Phillies guys have cool walk-ups that all the fans go nuts for. So I think it's cool to have a walkout that the fans can appreciate too.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I mean, they can appreciate it in different ways.
Yeah, so
I'm sure when the trumpets played at Citi Field, it wasn't like
exactly.
Oh, we're gonna have trumpets.
Yeah. So I think as much as it is for you, it's kind of for them too. It's get the atmosphere kind of lively. So.
Okay, last 2 things.
Sure thing.
This stock question for you. Why isn't baseball boring?
Why
and there's no wrong answers.
Why isn't it boring? I don't know. I just think. Well, I think for one, like as of late, like you see a lot of players express themselves in the field with cool cleats and cool gear and cool merchandise and like a little more personalities and stuff.
More than ever,
yeah. Which is cool. I think it's one of the coolest parts about baseball. It's the only sport that has no clock, really. Like, well, we do have a clock now, but in the sense of there's no. You can't just kind of like milk a clock like if you're up in other sports. There's always an equal.
Corners, yeah.
I think that's a cool part about it for me. I think that gives every team an equal chance. But I don't know. I love playing. I think if you understand it you need to. I think it's a sport that you need to understand a little more than other sports because there's a little less physicality to it.
Is it the best sport to watch to go to a game? I've had this conversation. I had this one with Tristan McKenzie, and we had come to the conclusion that maybe courtside at an NBA game.
Never done that.
But with baseball, the good thing is you can talk about your day, you can talk about what's going on, then something happens, and then you can talk some more.
Yeah, I think it depends on how you look at it. I could say that I think it might be the best sport to go, like you said, with maybe like a group of people where you can communicate, right? You can have a few beers, hang out. Again, you're not like you don't need to be zoned in on the game for the full 3 hours. You can kind of like talk it up with your boys or whoever you're with, and then still watch the game incrementally. I think hockey's probably the best to watch live.
Okay.
But again, then you're probably a little more dialed in on the game constantly. Probably a little less talking between whomever you're going to the game with. But I mean, in a summer night, like you go with a few of your buddies, have a few beers, hang out. It's good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Use that as a pregame to head out to the bars after or whatever.
Pour beer on your face,
no doubt.
Home run, let's go.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right, and the last thing is this is the Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage hot or not question. We say going to movies by yourself is hot. Is that hot or not?
I feel like with like Netflix and all this stuff now, I haven't gone to a movie theater. The last movie I went to was last summer. I saw Oppenheimer. I did not go by myself, but I totally respect people that do it.
You do respect.
I respect people that do it.
Okay, so you say that's hot.
I'm down for it. It's hot.
Okay.
No, I haven't done it, but I'm cool with it.
Okay.
No
it's
doubt.
a very polarizing topic.
Yeah, it is.
Some
actually.
people say, like, how in the world would you ever go to a movie by yourself? And I say, how do you not go to a movie?
No, I think, well, the thing is, if you're going to a movie, it's not like you're really talking to the person anyway, so I don't really see the point of. I mean, I don't see the need to go with someone. Right. It's cool if you want to, but like, it's not like you're really talking anyways. Ideally, if you're talking during the movie, it's probably terrible anyways. So I mean, if you're going by yourself, it's cool with me.
You've made way too much sense.
Yeah, unapologetically have the 3X popcorn while you're at it. No one needs to know.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you, man.
No doubt, brother.